Now let's talk about implementing advanced tracking on e-commerce websites. As you remember, this is how GTM normally works. Basically, you paste different scripts inside Tag Manager and Tag Manager pastes them on your website. Google came up with something called enhanced e-commerce. It is a universal standard of how they propose tracking events inside e-commerce should work. So things like adding products to cart, clicking a product or product impressions or purchase, checkout, events like those. How they should be structured, what kind of data should be inside. They prepared full documentation of how to implement scripts that will track those attributes on a website. In this case, we do not start with the scripts of some tool, we start with the website. Then those scripts take those events, for example, adding a product to a cart, and they send them to the data layer, which is then handled by Google Tag Manager. So the website communicates with Tag Manager. So the website sends data sort of to Tag Manager. And then Tag Manager is able to send this data to different systems. So in fact, this is quite the opposite. So it's data comes from the website to Google Tag Manager and then to different tracking systems. So this is what we're going to implement right now. Depending on your situation, you might approach this in different ways. First, let's say you don't have enhanced e-commerce implemented on your website yet. Enhanced e-commerce being a perfectly described structure of generating events is something very easy to understand for your developer. So if you send them a simple link to the documentation of this system, this is all they will need. However, if you use one of the more popular engines for running websites such as WooCommerce or Shopify or PrestaShop, I'm sure you will find simple plugins that will implement the whole thing for you. However, you have to bear in mind that some plugins just implement the connection between your website and Google Analytics, and this is not what we want to achieve. We want to connect your website with data layer. So you have to look for plugins that implement data layer along with enhanced e-commerce events. First, I'm going to walk you through the standard procedure of implementing and connecting enhanced e-commerce from your website to user engage through Google Tag Manager, but this is only when you already have enhanced e-commerce implemented on your website. If you don't, you should just stop here and ask your developer to do it or find a plugin that will do it for you. So step 1, get enhanced e-commerce. Step 2, we're going to perform right now.